There was a whole lot of things that happened this past year, but I want to focus in on one of our clients, and that's KULR Technology Group. Ticker on the NYSE is KULR. Now, I actually filmed a piece for this company last week, but we ended up scrapping it because it wasn't much substance and it was just really, really loud and fast, and that's not the type of content that we're trying to produce for you at SmallCapVoice. So in light of the recent news of their second Bitcoin acquisition, I thought we'd spend some time diving into that specifically. So to put it simply, a Bitcoin Treasury Strategy is just buying and holding Bitcoin as an asset for the company. It's very similar to other types of assets that companies buy, stocks and ETFs, that type of thing. But the main difference here is that the asset is digital instead of something physical like a share in a company. And the recent news from KULR Technology says that they now own 430 coins at $98,393.58 with a 93.7% yield. Now, the day that announced, Bitcoin surpassed over 100,000 again, already netting them an unrealized profit. So why has the stock exploded within the past couple of months? And who's this gentleman next to Michael Moe at this New Year's Eve party? Well, let's start with this photo. That's Michael Saylor, of MicroStrategy, a company that I've called the digital Fort Knox of Bitcoin. And it appears that the two have developed somewhat of a friendship over the past couple of months here. This photo, in fact, is from the 100,000K Bitcoin party that Michael Saylor was having in Miami on his yacht. Would have loved to get an invite to that one. MicroStrategy, as you may know, owns 447,470 Bitcoins as of January 6th, with an average purchase price of $58,219, which means that they're worth $23.41 billion US. They're kind of the pioneers in this space. So to see Michael Moe and Michael Saylor kick off this relationship is pretty awesome in my opinion. In fact, Michael Moe has been stepping up to the plate on social media quite a lot lately, and if you aren't following him, here's his handle. I'm the social media guy. I've made my living doing this for about 12 years now, making content, that sort of thing. So when I see somebody really grab the reins of a social media program, I get really excited about it. See, social media is still an insanely viable tool in the investor relation arsenal. It's how we get questions and comments back to the company so they understand what their shareholders are looking for and want answers to, and even sometimes how we translate communications from shareholders directly to the company and vice versa. And if you want to see a masterclass on how that should be done in the public company space, head to Mike Moe's handle. I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy or anything like that, but that is how a CEO should look on social media. So KULR Technology is scooping up more Bitcoin. Why would they want to do this? Well, some of the more speculative estimates of Bitcoin are saying that it could get as high as 200,000 next year. Personally, that's a really big range, and it's not wise for me to give price targets or estimates from my position, so I'll just say that it may very well be within that. It's getting wider accepted, though, and that's what's most important. With the incoming Trump administration, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at large is starting to get more accepted, and the change is starting to come. It's getting on the main stage. KULR even saw some engagement from political figures like Matt Gaetz when they first announced their Bitcoin acquisition, talking about the significance of companies doing this. Even Dinesh D'Souza is now in Michael Moe's follower list just last week. KULR Technology is now one of 96 companies hodling Bitcoin. Now, I'll be frank, I'm not the biggest crypto bull. There's a stigma about it that as a marketer, I really don't like. I don't know if you guys know this, but Yahoo Finance does not allow any press releases about cryptocurrency to go out publicly on their platform anymore, but they'll still report on it when it breaks over 100,000. Or the fact that I can't use Google ads with specific verbiage because of the amount of scams still being run in such an unregulated space. In fact, crypto itself is still very uncharted and unregulated. It's a risk. But so is all investing. Really, when you look at this, KULR's taking a calculated risk based on the incoming administration, these new connections to Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, and the sheer rise of price in coin. So I've been sitting here trying to think of an analogy to compare it to for some time, but I can't really think of one, so it's easier to just say it directly. Personally, I think that it's more of a strategic play than anything else. KULR is working in this sector to develop technology to cool Bitcoin mining rigs already. In fact, they acquired the IP rights from Centropy AB for exactly this. They're starting to step into data center cooling, and that alone is big business. I don't know if you know this, but mining rigs run hot. and KULR's trying to cool them down. And there's dozens of those companies out of the 96 holding Bitcoin that are more out of the sector than KULR to be buying Bitcoin and diving into a treasury strategy. It's kind of a logical progression. Again, that's 100% my personal opinions. Do your own due diligence. So look, we got Michael Mo coming on the show in just a couple of days here, so hit that subscribe button so you're in the loop on that one. Follow SmallCapVoice and team on X for more direct updates on KULR and, well, all of our clients. And if you want more due diligence on KULR Technology Group, check out this video that we did on their key partners and clients. It's Stuart and I really breaking down what that investor presentation over the summer was all about and who some of the big players at KULR are. It's a personal favorite.